Okay, hi. I'm going to show you how to use a wonderful invention from Kenneth Serpolowski, who runs a business at KennethMichaelGuitars.com. This has been invented to give an easy, inexpensive, quick-to-learn method of cutting binding channels in your guitar before putting the binding in. I've already done the back. I have a piece of binding that I've cut to help me set up the machine. And as you can see on the back, it's just what you can't really see. It's perfect height, perfect depth all the way around. And it will make binding this a joy. And it's going to look awesome. The unit consists of a laminate trimmer with a bit, and the bit can be lowered and raised using the device down here. This part of the unit, infinitely adjustable, allows you to expose more or less of the blade to the guitar body. The aim, of course, is to get the channel just the size of the binding. It's not that hard to do. I might mention that these blades are inexpensive and available just about anywhere. You can use high-speed steel straight or with a downward cut. Either one works fine. You can get them anywhere. Okay, what I do is I know my binding is 1/4 of an inch tall. Make sure I'm not using millimeters here. Okay. I have set this so that where the guitar rests on the platen to the top of the blade is 1/4 of an inch. I will test that on scrap to make sure it's okay. I know it will be. And then, and always with the blade pointing forward. What I mean is the cutting edge parallel this way. Using the scrap, I first approach this just by eyeballing. Just taking a look at it. Tightening it down just a little bit, and then using a piece of scrap, put the binding here, leave a space down here for the blade. You can pull this binding against the unit, use this to pull it in, and you can tell if you've got a pretty good measurement. I do. I'm going to lock that down. I'm not using the vacuum hose today, it's just too noisy for making a film. I'll take a piece of scrap, put on my dust mask, it does make dust. See how we did. Well, I knew the 1/4 inch would be right on the money, and it is. And as far as the depth, you can't really tell, but the binding is sticking up a little bit. You'd rather have the binding below the body just a hair, so you can sand the body down to the binding. If you have to sand the binding down to the body, you're going to thin the binding, and it, believe me, it will show. So I'm going to have to adjust this. I'll mark on here where I am now, And then I will move this back toward me just a hair. Just a little bit past that mark. Tighten it up. I'll go over the same area that I just cut, because the height will stay this. No, I'll have to do a new spot. Let's try this. Perfect height, again, 1/4 of an inch. I overcompensated a little bit too much on the depth. So I have this mark. I will now go between the two marks that I had, and then I'll be done. Running out of testing area. Here we go. Perfect. Love it. It's going to work. Okay, I'll just show you how I move the machine around. We're locked into place. We're making a mark. One more mark for the absolute final measurement spot. And I mark that because what I like to do is make my first couple of cuts pretty shallow and then work up to this mark. So I'll loosen this up. I'll move this forward so a little less of the blade is exposed, and take a shallow cut. Then take a look at it. And once that's done, we're just very close to being done. Remember, you're concerned about that 1 inch in front of the blade. As you turn the body, just keep it as perpendicular as you can to that blade. Okay, that's the first shallow cut. We should be able to tell if we have the right depth. if we hung onto our piece of scrap. Here it is. The depth is perfect, but as we planned, it's a little shallow. So just to cut this short a little bit, you would proceed by just taking one more cut a little deeper than this, and then your final cut at your final mark. And you would then be done. Remember to wear ear protection, safety glasses, and a dust mask, because you will be making dust and some noise. This gives a beautiful surface for gluing your binding. Like I said, easy. You've just seen the learning curve. There's very little to it. Good luck to you.